Have you ever been asked to be the maid of honor at a wedding for someone you've never met at Starbucks? I was grabbing my usual iced coffee when this girl around my age started staring at me like she'd seen a ghost. She had tears in her eyes and kept opening and closing her mouth like she wanted to say something but couldn't find the words. Finally, she walked over and whispered, "Oh my god, you look exactly like her." I had no clue what she was talking about. Like who? That's when she introduced herself as Natalie and told me this crazy story. She was getting married in 2 weeks, but her maid of honor, her older sister, had died in a car crash 6 months ago. They'd been super close, like best friends, and she still hadn't told her fiancé's family what really happened. "They're really old-fashioned people," she said, wiping her eyes. "They keep asking about when they'll meet her. I just can't bring myself to say the words, but you look so much like her it's scary. Could you maybe just pretend, just for a few photos, please?" The whole thing felt bizarre, but she looked so desperate I couldn't say no. She promised it would just be quick pictures, nothing weird. 2 days later, I met her at this fancy bridal shop. She handed me this beautiful bridesmaid dress and told me to change in the back room. The dress fit perfectly, which was strange since we'd never measured anything. While I was getting ready, I noticed this drawer in the dressing room was slightly open. Inside were a bunch of fake IDs scattered around. One caught my eye because it had a photo that looked exactly like me, but the name was different. It said Natalie Peterson, but the face was definitely mine. I felt sick to my stomach. Something was really wrong here. When I came out, fake Natalie was waiting with a bouquet and a huge smile. "Perfect," she said. "Just smile for the camera and don't talk much if anyone asks you questions." But as we took photos, I kept thinking about that ID. Why would she have a fake ID with my face on it? I'd never made one. I'd never even met this girl before 3 days ago. During a break, I excused myself to use the bathroom and did some quick searching on my phone. I looked up Natalie Peterson car accident and found a news article from 7 months ago. The real Natalie Peterson had died in a crash. But here's the kicker. The sister who supposedly hired me was listed in the article as Rebecca Peterson, survived by. This girl wasn't Natalie at all. She was Rebecca, the sister, and she'd stolen her dead sister's identity completely. When I confronted her, she totally broke down. She admitted everything through ugly sobs. "Everyone always said Natalie was the perfect one," she cried. "Better grades, better job, better boyfriend. I was the family screw-up who couldn't do anything right. When she died, I saw her credit score, her savings account, her perfect life just sitting there. I didn't plan it, it just happened. I started using her cards to pay my bills. Then I met Jason online and he fell for Natalie, not me. She'd been living as her dead sister for months, dating this guy who thought he was marrying someone else entirely. The wedding was supposed to be her fresh start as the good sister. I just wanted a chance to be the person everyone loved for once," she whispered. I told her she had 2 choices. Tell her fiancé the truth before the wedding, or I would call him myself and explain everything. She begged me not to ruin her one shot at happiness, but I wasn't backing down. This guy deserved to know who he was actually. The next morning I got a text from an unknown number. It was Jason, her fiancé. "Rebecca told me everything. Thank you for making her do the right thing. The wedding's off." Turns out she'd packed up and disappeared in the middle of the night, leaving just a note. She couldn't face telling him in person that their entire relationship was built on her pretending to be her dead sister.